Hi, I'm Pearson Ryan, sommelier and national sales director for Switchback Ridge. Thanks for joining us today. I'm really excited about today's tasting as we'll be doing our second vertical of Cabernet Sauvignon from 2002 to 2004. Switchback Ridge is made with all estate grown fruit from the Peterson family vineyard up in Calistoga, Napa Valley. Now, when I first poured these out a little bit over an hour ago, they all had their own distinguishing characteristics to them. So let's go by vintage and see where they're at the moment. In 2002, when I first poured it in the glass on the nose, had that nice minty, kind of eucalyptus smell to it. Let's give a quick taste and see where it's at. Some really great pepper jam on the palate. That nice blackberry, some dried fruits in there though. Not super rich or dense. Dried blackberry, dried blueberry, a little dried pomegranate. Now 2002 was a long, mostly mild growing season with some heat spikes in September that kind of accelerated the ripening to give that vintage a little bit more juicy, concentrated flavors. It was a really overall pretty balanced vintage. It's really nice intense colors to it. This one you can see a little bit of that orange hue around the rim. I definitely recommend drinking this wine now, but it could also lay down for, in my opinion, another 5 years. Let's go on to the 2003. Now the 2003, when I first poured it in the glass, I didn't get a lot of that kind of rich berry characteristic to it on the nose. I tasted, or I smelled more of the mushroom, a little bit of that leather. Let's give a quick taste and see where it's at. Definitely get more of those non-fruit characteristics. That leather, tobacco, molasses almost are in there in the 2003. You know, 2003 was kind of an unpredictable vintage. There were really early heat spikes in March, and then it was one of the wettest Aprils in all record on Napa Valley. The summer was pretty cool, and then there were some heat spikes in September to kind of move the vintage forward and kind of balance out the harvest. Because of that unpredictable weather, you get that topsy-turvy from the nose to the palate. I would definitely say that the 2003s would be primed to open up and drink right now. I can see them aging for another 5 years, but I think they're perfect at the moment. Let's move on to the 2004. Now the 2004, right away on the nose, a little bit ago and right now as well. That fruit is big, it's still bold. You almost get that kind of baked fruit characteristic, that nice little pie flavors you get when it comes fresh out of the oven. Let's give a quick taste. A lot of mocha, some chocolate on there. Nice darker fruits, blackberry, pomegranate, dark cherry. Like I said, that pie, that bakedness to it, that blackberry pie in there. The finish, you still get those really kind of rich qualities of the oak aging with the vanilla and the kind of mushroom quality, the leather. I definitely see this 2004 being able to lay down in your cellar for at least another 10 years. The fruit is so rich and decadent on it still. Now, 2004 had one of the earliest bud breaks of any vintage on record. Now, there were some heat spikes in June, and then kind of scattered throughout the rest of the summer, there was kind of higher temperatures than normal, which kind of moved along the ripening process in 2004 and created those big sugar flavors, which gives you that big fruit still in this vintage, and it shows why. Now the 2004, because of that faster ripening and the early bud break, you get those juicy, big qualities to it, but it was one of those vintages that had a smaller yield, so there's probably not a lot out there. So if you have some of that 2004, you're lucky enough, definitely be able to try and hold on to it a little bit longer. But if you feel like it's drinking perfect right now, put it with those nice rack of ribs or some sort of juicy steak. Well, that's what we have for you guys today. Thanks for joining in.